Hi, guys. I wanted to jump back in. I'm thinking maybe I'll do this Tuesdays. It felt, kind of like that was a good fit, like Tube Tuesday or Tuesday Tube time. But today I kind of wanted to talk a little bit about anger. And so often we say things like we regret being angry with somebody. And so I just wanted to clarify that this is really a unique space. You're not usually regretting the feeling of anger, you're usually regretting what you did with your anger. And so anger is a feeling, it's an activating feeling. In fact, it's a feeling we should honor. What does it mean and what do we need when we are feeling that way? But so often we get confused and we say that oh, I wish I wouldn't have been angry with my kids. Oh, I wish I wouldn't have gotten angry with that coworker. Oh, I wish I wouldn't have been angry with that client. But we're not usually mad about feeling the anger. We're usually mad about what you did with your anger. And so for me, when I say, oh, I wish I wouldn't have gotten mad at one of my children, it's usually because I did something in response to that anger that I was regretting or felt bad about. Like, oh, I wish I wouldn't have been angry at my daughter. Well, it's probably because of the way I talked to her when I was feeling angry. I maybe said something in a way that sounded much more hurtful than I intended. Um, and she's not the bearer of the burden of my feelings. I am the bearer of the burden of my feelings. And so anger is one of those really tricky things that I think people need to be able to feel their way through. Anger again is an active feeling. And so you want to figure out why and how come you're feeling angry, but it's to be able to intervene in the moment before you react out of anger. So feeling angry is something to sit with and get to know and why and how come. It's the when we respond quickly with anger that we then end up regretting the behavioral response. And so I want you to think about that the next time you feel angry, or the next time hindsight you hear yourself saying, I wish I wouldn't have been angry with, and think about, are you angry about are you regretting the behavior or the feeling of anger? I just think if we can get more comfortable in some of our big feelings that people see more as a negative, and we realize that they are kind of a natural part of the world and they're an activating part of us into the world, we can maybe use these feelings in a productive, meaningful way. There are things in the world happening right now that are very angering, that make me feel anger deeply based on the way people are being treated. And that anger I want to activate in a way that's going to do good for the world instead of in a way that's going to harm others. So I would just challenge you. That's maybe the reflective thought for the next week is think about your anger and think about if you hear the words come out of your mouth, I wish I wouldn't have been angry with. Think about, is it really the feeling that you wish you wouldn't have had, or did you do something in response to the feeling that you wish you wouldn't have done? And so once we start seeing that separate, we can maybe intervene on it differently and learn something different from our feelings. Okay, happy Tuesday. I will see you again, I think next Tuesday. I think I'm going to keep this on a Tube Tuesday routine. Thank you for tuning in. Bye.